Welcome to Bangkok's Chinatown district. This area is famous for food, but today we're on the hunt for some clothing, souvenirs. We're going to one of the largest markets in the city, and it's right in the heart of this bustling neighborhood. I've got Alita along with me for the journey to help out with the shopping. Of course, we'll be looking at plenty of prices, showing you how expensive the markets are here, what might make a good souvenir, what type of clothes you can buy. It's a great area, and it makes for a great day out. You can explore the market, stop off for some food, and then head over to the bustling Wat Road, which is one of the biggest and best attractions here in the city. Sampeng Market is very easy to get to. Take the MRT to Wat Road station and walk south toward the famous Wat Road. From there, head west to Ratchawong Road, taking in the sights along the way. A few streets south, you'll spot one of the market's small and easily missed entrances. Alternatively, you can take the Chao Phraya River Ferry to Ratchawong Pier and walk north for just a few minutes. And the market itself is essentially one long corridor stretching all the way to Pahurat Road, with the famous Ong Ang Canal running through the middle of the area, which is a perfect stop-off point for a bite to eat. There's no shortage of food here along the way in case you're a little bit hungry, and you got lots of gold shops. Chinatown is famous for gold. If you want to buy any type of gold, you can come to this area, and you'll basically see shops lining the streets left and right. So Alita, what are we buying today?
Not sure yet.
Just not sure. Gonna be looking for some souvenirs.
This is my first time at Sampeng.
It's the first time at Sampeng Market.
Yeah, I never been there before.
Wow, wow. It's all right. It might be your first time too. I've been a few times. Now, even when you have the light here in Bangkok, you gotta look both ways and avoid getting run over. Becomes a little bit of an art form over time. And we can see we've already got plenty of stuff on sale out here. Some amulets over here next to me. That Chinatown neighborhood is famous for a lot of things. You got food, you got temples, you got shopping. And the community dates back to the 18th century and even earlier. It's one of the major merchant classes. You had Chinese migrant settlers move in and set up trading posts here in the Chinatown area around Pahurat, and they became a central merchant class, and it's retained a lot of its identity, a lot of historic buildings. It's a great place to walk around. It's one of my favorite areas in the city, and you'll see lots of cool clothes out here. You can see you got lots of bags over here, $150. You got wallets all down here. 10 baht for some of those. So you got street side vendors as soon as you start getting into the main areas. Got souvenir bags over here. Yeah, so then you're gonna enter the market. Straight off the sidewalk, you can see the density of people. Got food vendors. What do you think, a little chaotic? All right, here's what we're really looking for over here, some nice new weaves. If you're looking for new hair, we got it 100 baht here and 200 for that one. That's pretty cool. I feel like that one would look good on me. What do you think? A weave might help my hair. I get a lot of comments about my hair in my videos. It does some strange things. A weave might help me out. Down here, bracelets, 100 baht, 30 baht down here. What do you think, Alita? Are you seeing anything interesting?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're here, we got the pants, 50 baht. So doing some rapid fire pricing here. This is one of the cheapest markets in the city. Everything in here, you see over there, 10 baht, wholesale. There's quite a few 10 baht stores in here where everything is 10 baht, and that's less than, it's about 30 cents. So these make good souvenirs. They're small wallets, and here you'll get 10 of them for 250 baht. And we got a small little elephant up here, 100 baht. Got the cat, 150. Well, let's check out some of the hats. Got plenty of hats up here. Red Bull, the weed hat. This is the one from Starbucks. Who doesn't like a hat here? You don't like the hats? No hats? So how much are those hats? You got
3 for 100.
you got 3 hats for 100 and 1 for 50.
Yeah.
If you're looking for some gimmicky type of hats, very inexpensive. It's a lot of wholesale here. So if you're gonna buy multiple items from any of the stores, you'll typically get some significant discounts. But even for a single item, very, very cheap. There we got some mini fans to keep yourself cool. Some games up here. Lots of bags. You got Stitch. Those are 30 baht for one, 5 for 100. So you can see we're getting tighter and tighter in here. It seems like the whole laneway is narrowing as it also is getting busier. Giant rubber hammers, inflatable hammers. I don't think they're rubber, I think they're plastic. One of the challenges with this market is just stopping to try things or look at anything. It's very, very difficult. And then imagine trying to talk to a camera, and you can understand the challenge that YouTubers face. Oh, there we go. It's Nick. So here we have some small stainless steel jewelry. It's 50 baht. You're probably familiar with markets like MBK, and you'll find many of the same products there. They'll be about 4 times more expensive. They're a lot cheaper here because it's not a tourist trap. You want to come out to areas like this if you want to shop for the normal prices and skip spots like MBK. Oh no, look at trying to get through there. Oh, what's that? 100 baht for some kids' toys, but they're a little big. We found the obligatory elephant pants, and they are the typical 100 baht. It's actually easy to navigate this particular market. Just got to remember Yaowarat to the left, and you can walk out at any time, which is helpful because it's chaotic. As you can see, you could easily cut back out of the market just in case you get a little bit claustrophobic or overwhelmed. Each stretch is relatively short, and they do get narrow and crowded, but you can duck out on either side. And we're here on a weekend. It's not as busy if you come during the week. Look at that, 120 baht for the slippers. So you got a lunchbox here, 170. It's nice. So in my whole stretch through this market thus far, I've only seen one shop selling the fake goods, and I like to see that. I don't like shopping in places which are just loaded with the inauthentic copies. It's very repetitive. It basically just becomes the same thing over and over again, and the whole shopping experience is just negotiating, bargaining, hustling, trying to find the best price, whereas here, all the prices are normal. You're not gonna have to haggle a lot. They're very, very low. In fact, you don't want to, because you're probably talking about like 10 or 20 cent differences, and there's small margins for the vendors here. Taking a little break over here. Ooh, look at those pants. Jewelry shops in the mix. So if you'd be looking for fabrics, I get questions about good places to shop. This would be a good one. And this is Mon Thai Fabric Co. Limited. Got lots of different silks here. Yeah, we got the banana wrapped snacks over here. Uh-oh. So if you're overwhelmed by crowds, I'd recommend visiting this particular market on a weekday. Be far less crowded, more relaxed. People with mobility issues would definitely prefer that one, but it can be fun coming out with the hustle and bustle too, just observing how the society works. It's a very market, merchant-oriented culture, and it's enjoyable. See, we're coming to an exit here. You can breathe some fresh air.
Is it still the red light?
I don't know. Got t-shirts at $150 out here. That was one of those street crossing situations where everybody just started walking, so you gotta go with the flow. I don't actually think we had the light. Batman bags. All right, now we're entering more of the clothes section, and you can see just how crowded it gets. But all of these are just 29 baht, so that's under $1. You got over here, everything's 49 baht. It's got lots of shirts. These would be secondhand. We've got Alita bravely leading the way, boxing people out for the camera. Over here we got plenty of sandals, 60 baht. This is not one of the famous clothes market. It's definitely more souvenirs, products, bags, and people wandering around with stuff. As you can see. Just a casual day of wandering here in Bangkok. It's hard to actually stop and look at anything right now because you got like lines of people on both sides of you. And so you got to get into the shops if you actually want to buy anything. Look, it's quieter. Oh my goodness, it's some peace and quiet. Hey, 70 baht elephant pants. That's the cheapest price we've seen. If you've ever heard of the Big Mac pricing before, that you can assess how expensive a place is by how expensive a Big Mac is, here in Thailand, you assess how expensive a particular shopping venue is by the price of elephant pants. They're absolutely everywhere. The cheapest you'll tend to find them is about 70 baht. We just spotted a pair, and that's because we're deeper into the market. Right at the entrance, they were about 100 baht. And if you go into malls or places like MBK, they'll be 200 baht. You're having fun over there.
Beware of your bag.
Huh?
Beware of your bag.
Yeah, you do get some pickpockets in the markets. You gotta be careful. Actually, they mostly come from neighboring countries, and you get organized gangs that have set up shop in many of the main markets, and they will pickpocket you if you're not careful. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's excited.
Exciting. It's a bit like running a gauntlet.
This is my first time here.
It's a very busy market, this one. It's actually my first time coming on a Sunday. I normally come during the week and it's not nearly as busy. What a nice little juncture here. It's relaxing, calm. We got live music. Very peaceful, very different from in there. But we're gonna walk back through. We're gonna see if we can find anything. Still haven't found anything really worth picking up, but it's also a bit of a rushed environment, so it is challenging to stop and look. That looks cool. Look at the shawl. What do you think? I could become a shaman. It's gonna be my Kopangan outfit. I'll just move over there, take up residence on the beach, and start teaching yoga to people randomly. Sounds like a good career move. But our elephant pants, back to 70, 3 for 200. Now, one of the things with the elephant pants is you do have variations in quality as well, so you kind of want to feel out the material a little bit. Here we've got 60 baht shorts. 100 baht pants. Ooh, these pants are kind of nice. So these pants, 100. Nice, but I think they were all women's. Not sure they'd fit me. We're creeping slowly out of the market here. All right, we're done the first rung here at Sampeng Market. We're gonna go to Pahurat, which is a little bit more of an Indian style market. Just gotta get across the street without getting run over, which is always fun. So whenever you're crossing streets here in Bangkok, you wanna keep your head on a swivel a little bit. Look both ways as you're crossing. We've got some more Thai traditional clothes here. Those are nice. So this type of shirt would be $3.99. It's a very nice shirt. Now that is a very nice outfit there. 1,950. It's got plenty of Thai traditional clothes here. Got some polo shirts at 169. That's nice fabric. We made it into a little bit of a calmer zone. Not quite as many shops, but a lot less people. Sometimes you don't need more shops, you need less people. That's the rule of thumb here in Bangkok. Always find some cool graffiti along the wall, but don't do it yourself. You always get foreigners in the news getting arrested for doing graffiti. What do you think? You see anything you like?
No.
Alita is not overwhelmingly enthusiastic about the market.
If you want the material for like your clothes or dress, maybe yeah, you can come here.
That's a good spot to come for the materials. They got lots of different fabrics and material all along Pahurat here. So I'll link some of these, I'll link all the locations in the description. So if you are looking for fabrics or materials, this is a great spot to come. These ones. Shorts. Oh, like something like that maybe. Well, what do you think? Look good? I think they look good. They look comfortable. All right, let's pick up these ones. Cup and cap. All right, we got some comfortable pants. Something you gotta pick up. Ooh, they got more here too. Let's see. Ooh, look at the pants, big pants. So I love this particular style of pants. It's like a linen blend. It's turning into a pant shopping experience. These ones are nice too, this color.
Yeah.
Let's go with the black and this one.
Two?
Yeah, we're gonna do two. Double cap, thank you. All right, so at first I thought it was gonna be an unsuccessful mission. Then we passed by the two vendors and they had exactly the type of pants I'm looking for. Very soft, linen mix, very comfortable. We bought one of the more inexpensive short style for 100 and two pants, 200 a piece. But nice material, very light, comfortable, great for the heat. And that's exactly what you should be looking for when you're shopping here in Bangkok, here in Thailand, at least if you're planning to wear the clothes here. And I have to say that Pahurat Road is actually preferential to Sampeng Market. So if you're coming out to the area, make sure to pop over to Pahurat as well. It's much calmer, more relaxed, and I like the quality here. Sampeng had a little bit more of the souvenirs, a bit more kitsch to it. And of course, I know you could negotiate for things like the pants, but when you're talking about a couple hundred baht, you know, that's like $6. And the vendors, they don't make a lot. They're on the street side out here selling all day, so I don't choose to negotiate with vendors that are just on the street selling clothes in their shops. The only places I really negotiate here are fake goods, but I don't like to buy them, so you know, it's kind of pointless. Save a buck, you take it away from a vendor that probably does not have as much money as you. And I recommend that to most tourists, like don't over negotiate, don't become super cheap on everything. The vendors just want to make a little bit of money. All right, we're just gonna cross the street over here. This is Siam Plaza, but it's hard not to get run over again. Old Siam Plaza first opened in 1993, and its architecture features a distinct Chinese-Portuguese influence. The building is reminiscent of Bangkok's early era of shopping malls, when developments often embraced more varied designs, and it's the perfect spot to stop off for a little air conditioning break after a day in the market. So this is one of the older malls in the city. As you can see, very decorative. And actually you can go and watch one of the Thai cinema, the Thai performances, as the main theater is located right next to this particular mall, Siam Plaza. The old Siam Plaza, and as you can see, you get some air conditioning. You always want to schedule some stop-offs, some indoor stop-offs if you're out for the full afternoon. And this is a good one if you're at Sampeng. Old Siam Plaza, just remember the name, check it on Google Maps. Again, I'll put the link in the description. And one of the things that can be very difficult to find in Bangkok is art supplies. And they've got a really good art supply store in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you're looking for paints, like good paints, easels, you got oil, acrylic, paint brushes, there's an excellent store in here. It's relatively small, but we'll go ahead and show you that. Got a big indoor market space. And we're gonna avoid heat stroke by taking this little break. Got lots of shorts, 200 baht. As you can see, you got the Nike. Anytime you encounter these types of market setups inside a mall, you are dealing with the inauthentic clothes, so they aren't real Nike or Adidas. Got some pants, 100 baht. Which, what do you think? I don't think that would fit me very well. Where are we going? Alita is the boss. Those look cool over there. All right, let's take a walk through the market. It's actually a mall, but it reminds me so much of a market that we had the slip there. I think if we walk down here, I believe the art supply store is right down here. We have a very nice shop here. That's really nice. So if you want like higher end Thai branded clothes, this is a good stop off. So you'll see you'll have lots of different, more authentic fashion. And I recommend that for people that are visiting, actually come and look for more authentic brands that are made in Thailand. And if you want some arts, we got Siam art here. and they have a big indoor space here, everything you'd need. I came here for some shopping when my mom visited. So make sure to stop off here. If you're looking for any higher end art supplies, like we're looking at the high quality paints, good paint brushes. Got nice jewelry over here. And of course, food. It's hard to go very far in Thailand without having food available.
Food, a lot.
You want hungry? Are you hungry? I think we're both getting hungry.
Yeah, we didn't.
No food.
Yeah, no food.
We're on the intermittent fasting right now. No food. None at all today. Lots of endeavors, lots of getting out and about. Burn those calories, get those steps in. And now it's time for a bite to eat. All right, we got our little air conditioning break. We're gonna venture back out towards the canal, Ong Ang Canal. We're gonna try to find a bite to eat, and we're gonna see if we can get some souvenirs. We've still failed on the souvenir front thus far. Got a few pairs of pants, no souvenirs, no shirts. And that's the adventure with the shopping we're doing here on the channel. We set out goals, and we're gonna try to get them. As you can see, it's a zebra crossing here, but that does not mean that anybody's gonna stop. Rule number one when crossing the street in Thailand, zebra crossings, they do not mean very much. You don't simply walk out into them because most of the drivers don't know what they are and they just drive through them. It's a nice little restaurant. Oh look, it's a dark alleyway. Let's go through there. So Bangkok is a very safe city. Maybe in your home city, I don't know if you'd be picking the dark alleyway to walk through, but here you normally can. A little restaurant in here too. So in Bangkok, you walk through a dark alleyway, you stumble on a thriving restaurant. We're gonna look at these. Super Sale Blend, 3 for 100. See the Fabrics Studio. It's a big fabric district over here. That's the thing with making shopping videos in Bangkok is it's not confined to single areas. So when you do Sampeng Market, you can just start wandering and you'll find piles of stuff that isn't exactly Sampeng Market, but that surrounds it. And you can just wander around relatively freely and you'll always find a good store, a good restaurant, and it makes part of the fun just the experience of getting out and exploring. And we're now back in Sampeng Market. And there's lots of little restaurants, and we're gonna pick one here. So whenever you come to Sampeng, you can just stop here at Ong Ang, pick up a bite to eat. This runs straight south and north. This is a long canal. You got more shopping all along the side here. All right, we found a nice little restaurant right here on the canal. Oh, we got some pad thai here. It's actually invented for a World's Fair. It's about 100 years ago, a little less. It's not a very old dish. Put that lime on it. It's actually really good. This is a good pad thai. So got round 2, some shrimp fried rice, crispy pork with morning glory, fried egg on top. These are huge. Actually, I was anticipating quite a bit smaller dishes, so this is quite a good meal, and it's one of the best areas to eat, and that's why I recommend this market area. If you're here for like 2 days, you want a little bit of shopping, but you want the food experience, If you want the vibrancy of Chinatown, Talat Noi, which we might even venture over to, this is one of the best areas to stop in. All right, we finished up and all of that was about 220 baht. We have 3 dishes, pad thai, the crispy pork, and fried rice, 3 waters. Very good value there. I am full, but we're gonna continue on the journey a little bit and see if we can find a few more souvenirs. When you're out shopping in this neighborhood, you're really not confined to the market, and I'd encourage venturing further out because it breaks up the day a little bit more. When you just stay in a market, it gets very busy and repetitive. If you turn it into a day of wandering and shopping, you'll probably have a nicer time. All right, so we're gonna walk along the canal, enjoy a little bit. So all along here, you got the little restaurants, and then right next to us is the waterway, the canal. And then on the other side, you got piles of restaurants too. They often have art walks along here. And so they'll put on artistic shows along the canal on a regular basis. Okay, we're going a little bit further south to Wat Road where they got a market, a vintage market. We're gonna check that out. Got these narrow little back streets here. We got all these old shop fronts next to us. It's very scenic. Great area to just walk around. We're now out onto Cherang Krung. All the wires, the famous Bangkok wires. Now those are actually telecommunications cables. They're not electrical wires, so you're not gonna get electrocuted. They're old TV, radio, whatever. There's a lot of them. You can imagine being one of the technicians that has to come and work on the wires, fix anything. It'd be a tough job. See, when you're just walking through this neighborhood, you'll stumble on beautiful temples. Got one right in front of me. And you can just walk freely through. A lot of the times you got the famous temples here in Bangkok and Thailand, and they're really crowded and touristy and you got high admission fees. You just walk through the Chinatown neighborhood, you'll come across some of the best temples. They're empty, they're free to enter. They're very quiet, secluded. It's one of the best aspects of visiting a city like Bangkok is to wander. Come to an area like Chinatown with an idea of what you want to see and do, but don't allow a fixed itinerary to control you completely. Get out, explore. It's a big part of the fun. It's why a guide like mine, even today, we do Sampeng Market, but actually your experience probably wouldn't replicate mine. You'll explore, you'll find cool stuff too. So we're walking by this little coffee shop here. We got the climbing dogs above us. You get these pop-up types of cafes that just kind of come out of nowhere and you're wandering around, you see a new one. So we found a secret little booth here. Well, it's not so secret because it's widely advertised right outside, but you can come in, power on our GoPro camera here, press record, and you can talk. Look at that, we got a phone call. You'll get cafes here in Chinatown that are very artistic. This looks like an art piece in itself. You got the climbing dogs. It's awesome, old school phone booth. We're at Ratchawong, Tenon Ratchawong. This is actually the name of the main pier. If you take the river ferry, you'll hop off at Ratchawong Pier to get here. Of course, some more shopping over here, but we are going through this small laneway. Got these spots in behind for rent, for sale. Set up a new business in the back alleys here in Chinatown. That is an interesting name. Got some cool clothes though. These are very interesting art styles. What do you think? The new host of my channel could just walk around with that on. You don't have to look at my face anymore. Seems like a good idea. I could walk in a new outfit too. I like that. That's very cool. Alita's taking the picture. Which one does not fit? I'm gonna go with that big
which
guy.
Which one is a human?
It's him over there. It's a really cool space. We're in this back alley. Rather hidden, there's nobody else around. You can buy all the clothes in here if you're looking for some really original Thai brand clothes. And then we got the Songwat thrift store in here. Now this is the famous Wat Road, which is one of the most artistic areas of the city. Wat Road is a historic 1.2 kilometer trading street which is full of cafes, vintage shops, and stunning architecture, and located just south of Sampeng Market. It caps off the perfect day of shopping in Chinatown. Now we've lost Alita. She's busy taking pictures, which is a cultural phenomenon here in Bangkok, especially at Wat Road. This is the type of area where everybody has stopped taking pictures all the time. You can't make it a few meters without somebody holding their camera out, but I can't talk. I am holding a camera all the time. So this whole area is very cool. They got DJ playing in here, along with plenty of reasonably priced vintage clothes. Like, it's not overpriced for being kind of a hip and trendy spot. All right, we made our way over to the river. You can hop on the ferry, which actually cruises up and down. You can stop off here, Icon Siam, Asiatique, all the way up to Khao San, Grand Palace. Very chill, very relaxing. Got some nice scenic views here. That's the smart ferry where you go indoors. A little bit of air conditioning if you need it. So you got all these little back spots off Songwat that you can stop in. Songwat is really like art overload, artistic zone. Absolutely everywhere you turn is photo worthy, so it's hard to do it justice in one video, especially a short video. It's actually a pretty long video, but the segment isn't that long. All right, so that's it for today's little adventure shopping and exploring to Sampeng, but we spent a lot of time in Chinatown generally, and that's exactly how I recommend that you also visit the market and make sure to get in the surrounding area too. And we can thank Alita for joining us, leading the way.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great day.